Hey, how's everyone doing out there? It's so exciting to be with you again. And I just want to talk about something today to really help you because I get asked so many questions about people. Colin, my business isn't doing very well. I keep on bringing in sales. I'm actually starting to close some sales, but why am I not making any money? Why is there no money in my bank account? This is like so super frustrating, and it is for many business owners. So I want to help you with this today, and of course, I speak about this a lot at weekend. Deep dive and get this stuff super clear. And you just go to weekendwithcolin.com and you'll see all the details there where I can really help you get to that next level. But let's talk about this today around how do you really get yourself to that next level. And you know, so you're making these sales, you're closing sales. And remember, business, there's only really three things you can do to really improve profitability. Number one, you can raise your revenue. Number two, you can decrease your cost of goods. Or number three, decrease your expenses or overhead. Even increasing revenue is simple as maybe looking at your pricing, because often your pricing is off. You're not making the money you want because your pricing is really not correct in what you're doing. And I want you to really think about this. And for those of you watching, please give us a thumbs up or give us a heart. I always love the love from people out there as well. Now I want you to think about this, because when you've got no money in your bank account, you might be thinking, well, I'm making these sales, yes, but are your sales even profitable? Do you even know they're profitable? And you might be, well, how do I even know my sales are profitable? Well, the first thing I want you to start to think about is, what is your client acquisition cost? Like, what is it costing you to bring a client on board? And you can very simply look for your client acquisition cost by putting together all the items. Just take it in a month. Take all the items in a month and list them all out of what it costs you to acquire a client. All your networking groups, the food, the car, driving your car there, your car insurance, all the things that directly attribute to bringing a client on board, every single piece of it. So list them all out in absolute detail, and then take the number of clients you actually got from being a prospect into a buying client and divide that into a total cost. So let's say you go to a Surrey Board of Trade or a networking event, that membership and the cost to go to that networking event, your cost to drive your car there. Maybe you're doing some marketing activities, doing some Facebook ads, or you're doing Instagram ads, or you're doing LinkedIn ads. All the costs to bring a client on board from being a prospect, which is a non-buying client, to being a prospect, to being a client that's buying from you. What are all those costs? Every single one of them. Memberships, all that kind of stuff, food. And then when you put all those together, just do what it costs you for the entire month, the total for the month, and then take the number of clients you got on board for that month and divide it into that cost. And you might be a little bit horrified. You might be like, where the hell did my profitability go to? Well, the reason why your profitability, you might be thinking you're profitable, but all of a sudden you're not making any money, is because your client acquisition cost is greater than the money that you're making. So let's just say you take it, over the month you spend $10,000 on all these different activities, networking, whatever it might be, to bring a client on board, and you end up only bringing on 10 clients. Well, your client acquisition cost is $1,000 per client. Now that's crazy. You might be thinking, wow, Colin, that's exorbitant. Yes, but that's what it is. Then you say to yourself, well, I'm actually charging my client $500 when I get them on board. Well, no wonder you're upside down. It's costing you $1,000 to bring them on board, and then you're bringing $500 worth of revenue. So that might be one good hint to really help you think about how to get your business more profitable. The other side of it is, well, then maybe you need to raise your prices. Maybe you should be raising your prices to $1,000, maybe $1,500 or $2,000. If you made it to $1,000, well, in that case, with the example I've just given you, you'd break even. You want to raise your price maybe to $2,000. So even if your client acquisition cost is $1,000, guess what? You're making $1,000, which is absolutely fantastic. So I want you to think about this. There's so many little pieces to this diamond that really get your bank account to have more money in it. And the one key piece is knowing what your client acquisition cost is, and then is your pricing correct? So when I sit down with clients and I say to them, what's the first thing we need to look at? The first thing I always look at with a client is, what is your cash flow? Build out a detailed cash flow analysis for the business so we can really figure out where your business is at. So are you profitable? Will you be profitable? Look at what we call the cash flow predictor, building out a predictor for the next 12 months to see when you're going to need money, what kind of money you're going to need, how you're going to grow your business, when you hire other people, what's that going to take, how does that affect your cash flow? All those pieces are so vital. So I build out a cash flow first for the clients, then I build a business plan around it. Then I build a very detailed business plan around the cash flow, and that tells me that we go off to the races. The challenging part for most people, they build a business plan first, then they look at the cash flow. Well, here's the challenging part in that for all of you listening today is you might build a business plan now, but what happens if your plan is flawed? I've seen this with business owners. They have this grandiose plan to hit the ball out the park and do so many great things with their business. They have the plan, the marketing strategy, all that kind of stuff, but their pricing strategy is all messed up. And they're not even making money because their client acquisition cost is exorbitant. And that's what I want you to think about today. So I then look at the business plan as number 2. So number 1 is looking at the cash flow analysis. Do you know if your business is going to be profitable to start off with? Then number 2, you build out your plan around that. Then number 3, you do your sales strategies and your marketing strategies to be in line with what you're looking for to get you to that next level so that you can really start to get your business to the level that you want it to be in every single way and form. Now, trust this has been helpful to you. I'd love to help you deep dive into a lot of this stuff. Get all the little pieces in place at weekendwithcolin.com. Just go there now, visit weekendwithcolin.com, and you'll see all the details on what I've been talking about in this video to really help you understand your pricing, understand your strategies, and understand the key things in your business to help you have more money in your bank account. Like I said in the beginning, increase revenue. By increasing revenue, you can raise your prices. You might have to when you realize what your client acquisition cost is. Number 2, decrease your cost of goods. Are you getting the best deal from your suppliers or your vendors? If you're not getting the best deal, it's not always about the best deal. It's also about the best value because your vendors are very important to your business in terms of the value that they bring to the party as well. So most importantly, are you getting the best value from your vendors and best value and pricing? If not, go back to your vendors and see what you can do to get your pricing down. Cost of goods is really, really important. And then thirdly, your expenses. So many people are all about more expenses. Let's get a nice office space. Let me hire more people. Are your people you even have efficient enough right now? Are they busy? Are they busy being busy? Are they busy returning investment for you? Because there's a couple of key pieces here that will really help you. When you employ somebody, it's a factor of 3 or 4 times their salary of what you have to bring in revenue-wise to really cover their salary and for you to make money in your business. I really mean that. Because here's the thing. Let's say you're paying somebody $60,000 a year. So you pay them 60 grand. Well, number 1, the first 60 grand they bring in pays them. So you're pretty much running a charity. Your second 60 grand that they bring in, or that you can attribute to what they are doing, goes to pay expenses and overhead. Your third 60 grand goes to pay cost of goods, and the fourth 60 grand, you finally make 60 grand. So you have to bring in, if a person's making 60,000 a year with all their bonuses, or whatever it might be, and their incentives, then that's 60 grand for the year. But you have to have them bring in $240,000 so you can make 60 grand, they can make 60 grand, and there's about 120 grand in the middle there that goes to pay cost of goods and expenses and overhead, what have you. So understand this, everyone, that I'm really talking about lots of detail here today around getting more money in your bank account by really understanding all the 3 components: revenue, cost of goods, and your expenses, and making sure you really get them. Please, there's been a lot of detail in this video. Go ahead and watch all this video all over again because there's so much in here, and I love to help people build this out in absolute detail to help you get to that next level. And I have like 5 or 6 of my personal mentors come in and spend time with you when you come to weekendwithcolin.com. weekendwithcolin.com. Go there right now, and I look forward to seeing you at a weekend soon to really help you take what we've said in this video and take it to a deep level to get your business where you'd like it to be in every single way and form, and most importantly, having more money in your bank account. Trust you're having a great day. May it continue to be awesome, and I'll see you soon. Bye.